North suburban Northbrook-based Allstate is one of Chicago's largest and most diverse companies. More than half of its workforce are women. Robin Bronstein worked her way up the corporate ladder at Allstate from procurement specialist to senior manager. She still sees opportunity there.
I continue to attend seminars, workshops. I actually had the opportunity to help work on our strategy to build our employee resource group.
Christy Harris, Allstate's Vice President of Talent Acquisition and Diversity Inclusion, says hiring and promoting women are good for business.
It is important to have diversity of thought because when we meet our customer needs, we keep our customers.
Despite Allstate's commitment to promoting women, only a quarter of its top leaders are women. If that seems unusual, it's not. Women currently hold less than a quarter of the executive offices at the nation's top 1,000 companies. They hold even fewer of those positions at Chicago's top 50 firms. A recent study by global management firm McKinsey & Company found women are less likely to be promoted as manager, hired to senior management positions, and gained access to people and opportunities that accelerate careers. Tierney Remick is an executive recruiter. She says while men and women often start out on the same career trajectory, women start hitting roadblocks around mid-career, in large part because they don't have high-level executives sponsoring them.
Sponsorship is more around advocacy, and it's advocating in those rooms where decisions are being made to put an executive into a role that they may not be absolutely prepared for, but one would take accountability to help get them there.
Sisterhood is powerful. Join us now.
Women have been fighting for parity since the women's movement propelled them by the millions into the workforce and onto college campuses a half-century ago. They now earn 2/3 of all bachelor's and master's degrees and half of all PhDs. But once in the workforce, many women find themselves unprepared to compete in a culture designed and created by men. That's where personal development programs like this come in.
We've got to focus next on visibility. How are we really being seen as a respected impact player in the company?
Women's Unlimited is designed to help women think more like men. It partners with more than 200 large companies to groom high-potential women for leadership roles. They learn how to find mentors, negotiate for themselves, and network, things that tend to come more easily to men than to women.
You're part of a system. You're part of an organization that you need to be effective in, and you need to understand how you're being seen, how others are experiencing you in a way that supports where you want to go or can be creating some barriers for you.
One potential barrier, says Kristen Lausman, is her communication style. She calls herself a go-getter, but thinks some may consider her abrasive.
Going through this and getting that feedback through others in the organization, it's helped me to realize maybe I'm a little too aggressive, right? And being able to soften my approach and be able to connect more.
Some might say that's a double standard, that if
I
you're
know.
a guy,
I know.
it's good to be aggressive.
I know. It is a double standard a little bit.
Arming women with the right tools to shatter the glass ceiling will only get them so far. Management experts say workplace culture also needs to change, and that could be an even bigger challenge.
Especially in fields of science and technology still dominated by men. At Argonne National Laboratory in south suburban Lamont, only about a quarter of the 3,300 employees are women, and none are in top leadership roles.
The way that we are trying to address our diversity challenge is basically by making sure that we have fair hiring practices and making sure we have a diversity in the pipeline of candidates that we consider for positions.
Argonne also launched a leadership institute 2 years ago. Lisa Durham heads it. Durham says one of Argonne's biggest challenges is holding on to women once they get in the door, partly because of work-life balance issues. She thinks changes in the lab's policies are helping.
We've expanded our parental leave. We have an on-site daycare. We have flexible work hours, telecommuting. And I think all these things help support families and help to retain that mid-level career.
Just how long it will take women to reach parity with men is debatable.
I'm making a woman that is just like me, that is powerful, strong, and stands up for people.
The Rockefeller Foundation wants 100 women heading Fortune 500 companies by 2025. Last spring, it launched the 100 by 25 campaign that funds research promoting the advancement of women. But a recent study already uncovered a reason to promote women. It found companies can increase profits by 15% if a third of its leaders are women.
Hey, Robin, do you have a minute?
Back at Allstate, Robin Bronstein mentors young women colleagues. She advises them to take risks and not underestimate their abilities.
They will opt out when they just read a job description. And they go through it like it's a checklist. Well, I can do this, not sure about my skills here. And so they overanalyze, and then they don't even get in the game, and they won't even apply.
But let's think broader.
Bronstein also encourages women to think about their potential and always set their sights high. For In the Loop, I'm Diane Estabrook.